Security matters discussed at a Westmoreland Community Town Hall meeting. Education Ministry explains its alternative pathway to secondary education program. And KingstOOn may have come and gone, but we have the highlights of what took place. These and other vital information are in today's Jamaica magazine. Hello, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Let's get started.
Don't make diseases spread. Wash your hands with soap and water instead. Wash them regular or use a hand sanitizer. Make sure the germs them dead. Touching your eyes or your mouth or your nose. Wash your hands before you do things like those. After you use the bathroom before preparing food, come on, wash your hand them clean.
Landowners, attorneys at law, real estate agents, listen up. Come April 1, the National Land Agency, NLA, will increase fees for certain land transactions. This is the first time fees are being increased in over 20 years as the NLA works to serve you even better. Applications for first registration and the transfer of property for value will be exempt from the increases. To get more information, contact the National Land Agency at 750-5263 or visit nla.gov.jm.
Good day, I'm Andrea Chizom and this is your JIS News for Thursday, March 31. Finance Minister Arnold has indicated that the transfer pricing regime will not be retroactive to 2015.
The transfer pricing must be commencing properly in this year. A few months after the law was passed, there has to be a period of education. There must be companies understanding how to put together their advanced pricing agreements, and we can do the thing in an orderly fashion. You cannot impose complex legislation like that retroactively. It cannot be done, and I'm going to ensure that that is not insisted upon.
Transfer pricing has to do with setting the price of goods and services sold between connected companies. It is used by multinational companies for sales and services within their corporate groups and by individuals in transactions with corporations under their control. The Senate passed amendments to the Income Tax Act in December to prevent tax leakage through the transfer pricing system. The increase in pension payments to government pensioners will take effect on April 1. Finance Minister Arnold told Parliament that over 35,000 persons would benefit from the increase, which is retroactive to July 1, 2015. Government pensioners receiving $60,000 per month will get $1,100 more, while those receiving just under $30,000 per month will get $2,000 more.
Widowers will receive an increase of $14,400 per annum or $1,200 per month, while dependents will receive an increase of $20,400 per annum or $1,700 per month.
The security forces have intensified their surveillance of abattoirs and markets to put an end to the sale of stolen meat and agricultural produce. The initiative is being carried out under an anti-crime plan dubbed Operation Tidal Wave. National Security Minister Robert Montego says the aim is to reduce predial larceny and to protect the investment of farmers.
As we seek to increase production, we must ensure that the farmer gets the full return for his investment. And we need to make people understand that the sacrifice that our farmers are doing, they should reap the full benefit.
Minister Montego was speaking Monday at the 30th staging of the St. Mary Agri Expo. Government plans to honor Jamaican athletes who participated in the recent Carifta Track and Field Championships as well as the Carifta Swimming Championships. Sport Minister Olivia Grange made the disclosure at Tuesday's press conference to welcome home the youngsters.
It's important that we invest in our young people. It is important that we find the resources to invest in them at this time, because it is at this age that they're able to develop, and with all the support they will develop the confidence and their skills will be honed to perfection, and then we can be very proud.
Jamaica topped the 45th Carifta Track and Field Championships in Grenada with 86 medals, 42 gold, 28 silver and 16 bronze. The country also received 25 medals at the 31st Carifta Swimming Championships in Martinique, 8 gold, 9 silver and 8 bronze. Meanwhile, the sport minister is calling on private sector companies to host additional programs to develop sporting talent at the grassroots level. The minister made the call on Tuesday at the launch of the 2016 Digital Kickstart Clinic, which develops the skills and abilities of young footballers. This year, coaches from Manchester City Football Club, a top team in the English Premier League, will work with the young footballers.
I would like to see it replicated within our community clubs, within schools, and even religious organizations, and must involve parents, teachers, and certified coach educators.
The Digital Kickstart Clinic began in 2008. And finally, residents of Trinityville and surrounding communities in St. Thomas now have a better understanding of climate change. This follows a recent climate change awareness function at Robert Lightburn High. It was held under the theme, Climate Change, Be Climate Smart. Chairman of the Trinityville Benevolent Society, Terence Cover, said the initiative was carried out through the Trinityville Integrated Management and Disaster Risk Reduction Project.
For us to engage the community, it's very good. This project is funded by the Caribbean Development Bank through their Community Disaster Risk Reduction Fund. And so the Trinityville cluster of communities are now engaged, and we are doing a number of initiatives. So this wellness here today is just one of those actions under the project.
And that's it for GIS News today. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Thank you for watching.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them. A message from the Ministry of Health.
At a recently held community town hall meeting in Westmoreland, the Security Minister outlined a number of measures that will boost the capacity and morale of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and its members. We have the highlights.
The Ministry of National Security is determined to maintain law and order in the Jamaican society. As part of that mandate, the Portfolio Minister and Police Commissioner have been updating the public on key issues involving the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The National Security Minister used the community forum in Westmoreland to indicate his support for the JCF.
We have confidence in our police commission.
That vote of confidence will be supported by appropriate policy and legislative decisions backed by crime-fighting tools.
The money that will be given for motor vehicles in the next budget, we're going to buy some used cars. Because you can get 4 used cars for 1 new car. We are running an experiment right now where we are using natural gas to power our police cars. And if that experiment works, we'll be using it in more vehicles.
The use of drones to man areas without closed-circuit televisions (CCTVs) is also being explored, and mobile police stations will be deployed to crime hotspots. There's also a commitment to improve the working environment for police personnel. While those needs are addressed, the police are reminded not to engage in corrupt practices and to maintain professionalism on the job.
A police officer might be having a bad day and talk to you rough just like how you might be having a bad day. But at the same time, they are not to take it out on the people because they are professionals. And the police alone can't do the job. You have to cooperate. You have to help the police. This is about partnership.
That partnership will be reinforced through the continuation of the Unite for Change initiative, which was launched in December 2013, as a means of encouraging stakeholders to work together to prevent crime. District constables, a crucial link between communities and police stations, are integral to the partnership. Those who have been manning police stations will be returned to their rightful places in communities.
And that is why we are on a recruitment drive to fill out the vacancies for police officers that we have so that the stations can be adequately staffed and some of the district constables or those who are newly recruited can remain in the district.
The Ministry of National Security's Community Forum in Westmoreland also solicited feedback and provided answers to critical questions, both social and crime-related. The thinking: social issues lead to crime, so they must be addressed if crime is to be curtailed.
That dial phase 6. We haven't got any water there for over 2 years.
We truck water into the air. I think what we need to do is probably look at the schedule and organize it properly and advise them when water will be trucked. As part of the improvement to deliver more water to staff, we have to do some work by roaring river, which really costs a tiny sum. We are seeking a number of avenues to fund several projects.
Is there a CCTV system set up in the town of Negril?
We will be putting a CCTV system in Negril starting next month. We have already done the design of the system. It was done in consultation with the police and the business community.
Within what time frame should a complaint to the police be addressed?
A complaint to the police should be actioned immediately or as soon as possible thereafter.
Are the police stations going to be upgraded with computers to assist in report writing, report taking, and transmitting of reports to and from?
We are moving away from writing statements and taking reports in longhand. We are equipping stations with computers, not at the rate that we would like, but we are doing it.
The pilot project for electronic station diaries is also ongoing. So what did people think of the meeting?
It's a very successful meeting.
I think this is an excellent start for our new minister. I believe that it went very well.
They do a good job that everybody can come and make a speech and they know what everybody's problem is.
Crime is a holistic problem and it has to be dealt with in a holistic way.
And so all the issues and suggestions arising from the Community Forum in Westmoreland were recorded and will be addressed by various stakeholders.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Original.
Up next is an in-depth look at the government's alternative pathway to secondary education program.
I will get there. I will get there. I will get there somehow.
Getting an education is a critical first step on the path to achieving our goals and dreams, whatever that may be. But too often the academic path has been limited in some ways, and sometimes those who do not fit into the system get left behind. This is why the Education Ministry, led by Minister Ruel Reid, has launched the Alternative Pathways to Secondary Education.
The alternative pathway to secondary education will be guided by a philosophy which is interactive and learner-centered and ensure that every student gets his or her opportunity to achieve in the selected areas of learning based on their aptitude, interest, and ability at the secondary level. The new approach is based on inclusion rather than exclusion. Firstly, it is grounded in core values which insist that education is best delivered as an active pursuit, doing rather than simply passively hearing. Secondly, it teaches us respect for diversity in curriculum, teaching, and learning methods, and the use of teaching tools. Thirdly, it is also self-examining, demanding inquiry into our practices and respect for all our learners.
And so students transitioning from the primary to the secondary level will be placed on the path to success. armed with tools tailored for their needs. So how does it work?
So we have what we call pathway 1. And I don't want us to treat pathway 1 because we say 1, 2, 3 to mean 1 is more important than 2 or 3. We have to use a number for recognition. So we have a standard curriculum, a standard program, but what will happen for learners who are on this pathway, these learners will be coached, they will be provided with support, but because of their level of maturity, because some of them are so creative in terms of the intellectual strides that they tend to make, because some of them are so self-directed, they can manage their learning and all of that. They remain on a pathway that allows them to manage their learning and achieve the goals of the curriculum. Pathway 2 is treated as a transitional pathway. For this pathway, some of our learners are struggling. It does not mean they are struggling in every area. It is saying that they need some extra help. So we're going to be providing for these learners additional support. We're going to be monitoring these learners.
Those students on the secondary pathway 3 will also have an opportunity to pursue a career to meet their specified needs.
Those at this level will be largely engaged in technical skills training.
So what we're addressing here is the discredited notion that one size fits all. We believe the alternative pathway represents a best fit for Jamaica and for secondary education system. I'm convinced that if we all work together, students, parents, teachers, school, the opposition, the ministry, or the diaspora, all our stakeholders, then the alternative pathways to secondary education program will prove to be a major success.
I will get there. I will get there. I will get there somehow.
No, son. A verb is an action word.
Parents need to become more involved in their children's education.
Parents are the first and in many cases the most important teachers.
Read with your children. Review their schoolwork. Visit their school.
Tapping and rapping and slapping, I said.
Nice! High five! Woo!
I said be careful what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them. Mind what you saying to my sister. She could be the next Prime Minister.
Sexual abuse is always a very difficult thing to confront, particularly when the alleged victim is a child. Parents, if it is that you suspect that your child has been sexually abused or is in a vulnerable set of circumstances where an abuse may occur, we encourage you to have dialogue with your child. Take the child to the pediatrician who normally attends to the child. If there is no such pediatrician, take your child to the clinic, to the hospital, to some medical practitioner who can do an assessment for you. It's very important as well that we don't just look at the physical side, but we also seek to find the kind of psychosocial support that a child may need. Does the child need a session with a counselor? Does the child need to speak with a pastor who is used to dealing with these issues? Does the child need to get that ongoing psychological support to assist with the healing process and also to assist the child in becoming strong enough, as it were, to deal with the various processes that will follow once it is that you suspect an abuse has occurred? If it is that the child actually discloses when you engage the child in discussion that yes, mommy and daddy, I was abused, we encourage you to entertain the child, to listen to what the child has to say to you, and to take it very seriously.
So we really urge you to have those discussions and to seek guidance in terms of, do I speak to the police about this, which we always say you have to, because once a child has been sexually abused, it's a criminal matter, and it means that once at all possible, the child should be assisted to go through the processes so that the perpetrator can in fact be held accountable. Support your child and let them understand in very clear terms that they are not the cause or the reason for this abuse having been perpetrated. But the most important element is to support them, get them access to the services that they need, and give them a chance to have you give them that listening ear. For these tips, and of course any other information that deals with children, that is anyone under 18 years, please feel free to contact the Office of the Children's Advocate. We're at 72 Harbour Street, downtown Kingston, and our numbers are 948-1134, or website www.oca.gov.jm. Thank you.
Watch what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them. Mind what you saying to me sister, cause she could be the next Prime Minister.
It's now time for a roundup of what took place at the recently concluded KingstOOn Animation Conference and Film Festival. It was 2 days designed to generate new ideas, explore ideals, and show off untapped skills. As local, regional, and international animation enthusiasts and experts in the field participated in the second staging of the KingstOOn Animation Conference and Film Festival. The event was held at the Edna Manley College for the Visual and Performing Arts on March 12 and 13.
The objective of KingstOOn really is to bring players in the industry from as far and wide as we can get them, and I think we have managed to do that this year if you look at the lineup of persons that we have, who really are coming here to give us advice, to teach us some of the nuances of the industry that we may not be aware of.
That was facilitated through the hosting of several seminars with experienced animators and international animation studio executives. The seminars focused on the purpose of animation, understanding the distribution of animation, how to stay profitable in the business, getting funding, and how to pitch animation ideas. And the lessons learned?
One of the things that resonate most is perhaps, the daily practice of just honing your craft, no matter how you feel about your state of progress at the time. Your next drawing is always your best drawing.
The main thing that I got from this KingstOOn everybody talking is to, when they said leave your ego by the door, that everything, you can't always be a one-man show, You have to take in critique, it's always a collaborative effort, even if you do it by yourself. My film, I got a lot of critique, I got a lot of help. It's never really a one-man show.
Participants were also kept up to date on various animation software and platforms to help create that winning production.
So if I just say, well, your head should be bouncing a little more, I can just cut it out quickly, click on my rotation tool, rotate it up, and go in like that. And so if you're working on bamboo, you've got the drawing ability to draw in it freehand. If you're working on any other Wacom product, then that works too.
Sponsors of the festival showcased their many offerings at booths that were strategically erected. Some displayed animation products and courses, while others went as far as allowing patrons to do actual animation. And there was a whole lot of networking. The festival catered to the business-minded, hosting speed meetings with top players in the animation industry. The Animation Conference and Film Festival attracted some 900 submissions from over 93 countries for its film competition section. In the end, 14 competitors walked away with prizes in international animation scholarships, animation software and hardware, among other exciting prizes.
The prize is a summer program to Capilano University, which I'm hearing is like from Canada, so it's a very pristine kind of university. So it's coming at the right time, and it's at a time where I dropped out of 2 colleges now because I was pursuing my passion, and now it's being rewarded to me.
It was very inspiring to know that our work was recognized all the way here in Jamaica.
Jamaica, and we feel so honored to have received that prize. It's been so rewarding after all our hard work.
I'm very motivated now because based on the improvement that I've seen with KingstOOn, I'm sure we'll be going places.
The KingstOOn Animation Conference and Film Festival was held in collaboration with the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology and the World Bank. It supports the ministry's youth employment in animation and digital program, which is engaging unattached or at-risk youth and exposing them to opportunities in the animation industry.
The whole idea behind it is for us to put some inputs into the industry. And those inputs are by way of training, because one of the objectives that we have for the project is to increase the number of animators that are available to do jobs and to fill some of the job opportunities that are available in the region. Secondly, to help with on the business development side for the animation studios.
We must enable and position our people to take advantage of international opportunities. As a government, we are committed to propelling the animation industry.
Thanks to the many sponsors of KingstOOn 2016 for creating a vibrant local animation industry and connecting it to the rest of the world.
Know your numbers and control the keys to a healthier heart. Know the numbers for your blood pressure, cholesterol level, blood glucose level, and your weight and body mass index. Give yourself a fighting chance. Find out the risks they represent and what you need to do to stay healthy. Talk to your doctor and start making healthy lifestyle choices to prevent a heart attack or stroke.
It's a new beginning. New day is dawning. It's time to arise. We are the gene of achievement and pride.
Bold new beginning, time for action. We have the spirit to fight on. This is Jamaica, this is our land. We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica, this is our land.
Let us make every effort to forge unity and resolve to work hard for our prosperity.
Leaving our children a legacy of hope, breaking the shackles and smashing the yoke.
This is Jamaica, this is our land.
This is our
We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica, this
Let me hear the children say,
This is Jamaica, this is our land. We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica. Come on, everybody, let's sing. This is Jamaica, this is our land. We have our future with God in our plan. We'll play our part building this great nation. This is Jamaica, this is our land.
Jamaica, together we can.
That music means we are at the end of our 30 minutes. But you can always stay connected via our website, jis.gov.jm or YouTube channel. Your feedback is very important to us, so keep sending them to Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm or tweet at JIS News. We'll be back again tomorrow. So on behalf of the entire production crew, I am Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.